If you're thinking of moving to Fairfield County, one of the biggest mistakes I see isn't the house, but it's the town. In this video, I am breaking down the top 6 towns categorized by their true culture and fit. I am Jennifer Lockwood, and I help buyers and sellers all across Fairfield County make clear, timing-aware decisions and understand how each county is different. My contact information is on the screen. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can also go to my link below and schedule a call with me. So whether you're thinking about moving now or 6 months from now or sometime in the future, I'm always here as an advisor. So coming in at number 1 is the town a lot of people fall in love with first, and that would be Westport. When people ask me, what is Westport really like? I always say this first. It's a New England town, but with a very real cosmopolitan energy. It feels more upscale than some other towns. And that's what sets it apart in Fairfield County. Westport sits just about 40 miles outside of New York City, right on Long Island Sound, and that access matters to a lot of buyers. You got I-95 and the Mare Parkway that run through the town. There's 2 Metro North stations, so commuting into the city is very doable. The town itself is relatively small, about 27,000 residents, but it's broken into 9 distinct neighborhoods. And that's why 2 homes, even in Westport, can feel completely different depending on where you are. You got modern coastal properties near Campo Beach, river waterfront homes along the Saugatuck River, historic homes, quieter residential pockets, and a more walkable neighborhood closer to town. It's mostly single-family homes in town, but the lifestyle can change from block to block. For families, schools are a big draw here. The public school system is one of the strongest in the state, anchored by Staples High School, which is consistently ranked at the top. There are also excellent private options in town, which is a big reason relocating families may land here. Downtown is another big part of the appeal. Westport actually has 2 town centers, Main Street, which is lively and active with shopping, restaurants, and local businesses, while Saugatuck has more of a historic, creative feel with dining and nightlife. Dining here is on another level for a town this size. Westport is one of the top dining destinations of Fairfield County. Recreation is also a big part of the daily life. You have 3 beautiful public beaches, marinas, boating, Longshore Park with the golf course, tennis, pools, plus the YMCA is pretty fabulous. There's also a strong outdoor and nature scene with farmers market, community gardens, and culturally, this is where Westport really feels like a mini New York City to me. You've got the Westport Country Playhouse, the Levitt Pavilion with performing arts, museums, and major annual events. And from a pricing standpoint, Westport sits as one of the top tiers in Fairfield County. The average sale price for a single-family home at the beginning of 2026 is $2.4 million. The price per square foot is $586 a square foot. The market is high demand and the homes sell within 30 days, and we have been experiencing low inventory for years now. Number 2 is where a lot of people land, and that is Fairfield. When people ask me what Fairfield's really like, I always start with this. It's really the ultimate have-it-all town because it's the only place in the county that perfectly blends coastal beach vibe with high-energy, walkable university town atmosphere. I have clients who look to Fairfield as really the last stop before their commute is too far, because the train into New York City is about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and anything beyond that would be too far for a commute. So when I have people moving throughout Fairfield County and they are looking for a suburb home, Fairfield is typically the last stop. And for commuters, it offers a level of convenience that you don't find elsewhere. There are actually 3 different Metro North stations to choose from: Fairfield, Fairfield Metro, and Southport. Combined with having I-95 and the Mare Parkway running right through it, makes it a strong commuter town. And this town is broken into several distinct neighborhoods as well, and they feel totally different. You can have the beach area where you literally walk to the sound and you live on coastal lifestyle every day. And then there's Southport, which is an incredibly exclusive, historic village that feels like a private enclave within town. If you head north, then you hit Greenfield Hill, which offers sprawling wooded estates and a more country feel with rolling hills and dogwood-lined streets. And for families, the schools are a big draw. Fairfield has a highly rated public school system. The downtown scene is arguably the best in the county if you love variety. The Post Road is the heart of it all. There's always live music at the warehouse, which we call FTC, or people hanging out at the Sherman Green for seasonal events and farmers markets. Recreation here is really centered around the water, and then the Park and Recs department system is one of the best and robust in the state, offering everything from golf at Smith Richardson to tennis and sailing programs. If you want more private club experience, there's the Patterson Country Club and the Country Club of Fairfield that offer some of the most prestigious golf facilities in the region. From a pricing standpoint, Fairfield offers a much wider range of options. You can find anything from a $700,000 starter home in a walkable neighborhood and a multi-million-dollar waterfront estate in Southport. It's a market for people who want prestige for the Gold Coast, but also want the amenities and diversity of a larger, more active community. Now, if your number one priority is New York City commute, and you want a town where demand stays tight because of the footprint is smaller and the buyer pool is extremely consistent, number 3 is Darien. When people ask me what Darien is really like, I always like to say first that it is the gold standard for a polished New England living. It is a town that feels like quiet prestige, and it is exactly what sets it apart in Fairfield County. And for commuters, the access is really unbeatable. With 2 Metro North stations in town and the location right off I-95, the town is smaller, it's more intimate, which creates a really tight-knit community. You have stunning gated waterfront estates near the Sound, but you also have charming, perfectly kept neighborhoods closer to the new town center. And for families, the schools are the ultimate draw. Darien is consistently ranked one of the top districts in the entire country. The downtown scene has completely leveled up recently as well. The Corbin district has transformed the center of town into a sophisticated, walkable destination for upscale shops and local favorites. Recreation here is world-class, but feels very private and exclusive. Residents have access to 2 beautiful residents-only beaches, Pear, Tree Point, and Weed Beach. Beyond the public amenities, the town is famous for its private club culture. From a pricing standpoint, Darien sits in the same elite tier as Westport. You're looking at a market that has high demand and low inventory, where people are willing to pay a premium for the perfect mix of safety, status, and top-tier commute. The median sale price for single-family homes in early 2026 is $2.4 million, with a price per square foot of $713. Now, if you want to stay in this prestige lane, but you don't want the coastal commuter town, number 4 would be New Canaan, and it plays like its own market inside of Fairfield County. When people ask me, what is New Canaan really like? I always tell them it's the ultimate storybook New England town. When you drive the streets in New Canaan, they are incredibly gorgeous. It has this rare village-like charm that feels a bit more tucked away than the coastal towns, but it still carries a massive amount of architectural prestige. New Canaan is about 40 to 45 minutes from Manhattan, and it is off the beaten path because it sits on the end of its own dedicated Metro North branch line. You've got a thriving, walkable downtown center filled with chic boutiques and upscale restaurants. But just a few minutes away, you're on a scenic country road with some of the most famous mid-century modern homes in the world, including Philip Johnson's iconic glass house. For families, the public schools are the major reason they move here. They are consistently ranked in the top 1% nationally and are currently the number 2 district in Connecticut, anchored by New Canaan High School, which is basically a feeder for top colleges. Recreation here is centered around Waveney Park, and that is a 300 acres of open fields, trails, and a gorgeous, massive Tudor-style mansion that hosts everything from summer concerts to fireworks. You've also got the New Canaan Nature Center and the Mead Memorial Park. And if you want that private club feel, the Country Club of New Canaan and the New Canaan Field Club are where the town's social and athletic life happens. From a pricing standpoint, New Canaan is in the ultra luxury lane, whether you're looking for in-town luxury condos or the sprawling multi-million-dollar estates. The market here is all about long-term value and exclusivity. The median sale price in town is $2,675,000, and the inventory is tight and very competitive. Now, if you're looking for a town that has more value for your home price, but you want the same rural feel as New Canaan, Wilton could be it. Wilton is considered a more understated, grounded neighbor. When people ask me what Wilton's really like, I always start by saying it really is a perfect blend of colonial charm and low-key high-end lifestyle. To me, it's a town that's quietly sophisticated. Wilton tends to be a more affordable town than its neighbor, New Canaan, and while you have your own Metro North train station on the Danbury branch, many residents just take a quick hop over to the South Norwalk or Westport train stations for a faster shot into Grand Central. This little bit of extra distance is what keeps the town feeling more peaceful and preserved. It is known for its acreage, historic homes, and traditional builds. The town is known for its sprawling wooded lots. You'll find stunning antique homes mixed in with modern estates that are tucked away behind stone walls. For families, the schools are a massive reason why they moved to Wilton. It is consistently a top-performing district in Connecticut, known for a high-achieving environment. The downtown area or Wilton Center has a very different feel than the bustling streets of Westport or the charm of New Canaan. It's a more classic, functional village where you actually can get all your errands done. Recreation here is also all about the outdoors. The Norwalk River Valley Trail is a huge draw for hikers and bikers, and the Woodcock Nature Center provides hundreds of acres of protected land. Now, if you want the social club lifestyle, the Wilton Riding Club and the Rolling Hills Country Club offer world-class tennis, swimming, and golf, but with a vibe that feels more family-friendly rather than exclusive. And from a pricing standpoint, Wilton offers an incredible value. You can often find a much larger home in more significant acreage here than you would in Darien or New Canaan for the same price. The median sale price for a single-family home is $1,370,000, and the price per square foot is $395. Now, if you love the prestige lane, but you want more space and privacy that's tucked away with a wooded feel, would be Weston. When people ask me about Weston, what I really would say it's a town that is very rural and residential. There's no condos or apartments in this town, just single-family homes, and that's exactly what sets it apart from other suburbs in the region. Weston sits about 45 miles from New York City. The town is famous for its 2-district acre minimum zoning, which means you won't be tightly packed in with your neighbors here. Instead, you have sprawling estates tucked away behind long, winding driveways, and for families, Weston is consistently ranked one of the top districts in Connecticut. There is not a downtown scene here, but you do have the Weston Shopping Center, which serves as local essentials. And for high-end dining and designer shopping, locals just hop over the border. They go to Westport or even Ridgefield. Recreation here is centered entirely on the natural landscape. The Devil's Den's Preserve is the town's crown jewel, offering 1,700 acres of protected land and 20 miles of hiking trails. Now, if you want a social club that's incredibly family-friendly, the Weston Field Club and the Weston Racquet Club are available. And if you want a private club experience, the Aspetuck Valley Country Club offers world-class golf, swimming, and dining. Now, from pricing standpoint, Weston offers an incredible prestige per acreage value. You can often get significantly more square footage and much more of a private lot here than you would for the same price on the coastline. The median sale price for a single-family home is $1,365,000 with a $363 price per square foot. Inventory is struggling in Weston, just like many of the other suburbs in Fairfield County right now, so you have to understand the market will be competitive. Now, the final town on the best suburb list would be Greenwich. I often wondered if I should include Greenwich in this video because many of my clients that do come looking throughout Fairfield County, they tend to check Greenwich right off their list because of the price points of the homes. But I did include it in this video because there's so many positives to living in Greenwich, and there's a wide array of different types of homes you can buy. When people ask me what Greenwich is really like, I do start with that it is the most prestigious town, from the homes to the town itself, with ultra luxury amenities. For commuters, the access is unbeatable. You have 4 different Metro North train stations to choose from, and you can be in the city in 45 minutes. This proximity allows residents to keep one foot in New York City while coming home to either rolling hills, to meadows, or to a stunning shoreline. The town is actually a collection of distinct neighborhoods, each with its own type of energy. You have Old Greenwich, that is coastal village feel. There's iconic Greenwich Point Park, locals call it Todd's Point. There's also Riverside, which is incredibly popular for families for its quiet, tree-lined streets and elite public schools. For the ultimate privacy, backcountry country offers sprawling 4-acre estates. And in contrast, you have on the shoreline Belhaven, which provides one of the most exclusive gated enclaves in the world. For families, the education is the massive reason why. The public school system is top tier, but the town is also home to one of the most prestigious private institutions in the nation, like Greenwich Academy and Brunswick School. The downtown culture centers around Greenwich Avenue, which is basically Rodeo Drive of the East Coast. It is premier shopping destination, and the dining scene is equally elite. Recreation here is built around the water and the outdoors. Residents have access to 4 public beaches. And if you want the private club lifestyle, you have a world-class options here, like the Greenwich Country Club, Round Hill Club, and Greenwich Polo Club, just to name a few. Now, from a pricing standpoint, Greenwich is in a league all its own. It famously has some of the lowest property tax rates in the region, and the real estate market covers everything from high-end downtown condos to $50 million waterfront estates. The price for a single-family home, the median sale price at the beginning of 2026, was $2.5 million, with a price per square foot of $756. Make sure you click on my link below to my free downloadable relocation guide to help you see the summary of all of these different counties and which one might best serve you. If you're moving to Fairfield County and you're trying to narrow this down to the right 2 or 3 towns, I am Jennifer Lockwood. I help buyers and sellers across Fairfield County make clear, timing-aware decisions, and I will show you what is happening in your specific price range right now so you can pick the right town, make the right offer strategy, and feel good about the decision on day one. I had made many videos to help relocators understand what it's like to live in Fairfield County, so feel free to stay on my channel, check out my videos. It might help you in your search. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.